Hello everybody. Today I want to talk about knots. I want to start by telling you a little story. So a few years ago we went to our annual trip to Astoria, and we got everything all ready and started fishing like we normally do. First thing on Thursday morning we hit the ground running. We had all the poles ready, everything ready to go. All we had to do was cut the bait and put it in the water. So right off the bat, within the first hour, we were already on fish. So we put a fish in the boat just like nothing, just boom boom in the boat. 15 minutes later, another takedown. We reel the fish up. Before the fish gets to the boat, boom, it's gone. Reel up the line, it broke us off. I'm like, well, that doesn't happen very often, but it does happen sometimes. I look at the line, I didn't think much of it. I tied another one on and put another mooching rig on and put it back out in the water. So then a few minutes later, different pole, another fish, no problem. Then the fish bite kind of went away, so we moved around, and about an hour later we found another fish on the same pole as the first time. And amazingly enough, the fish broke off and the line was broke in the same location. I looked at the line and it looked like it had kind of been burned or stretched a little bit. It looked like it had come untied. So I was like a little concerned, and I went ahead and tied a new one on there, and then we put out again, and a few minutes later on another pole we hit a fish. So no problem, right? Well, then again we lost another fish on that other pole again. Well, I was just like, okay, so I just put that pole in the holder. I didn't know what was wrong. So when we got back to the boat ramp after our day of fishing, we took the knots and looked at them, and they just didn't look the way we wanted them to look. So we cut them all off. And then I had one of my fishing buddies retie all of the knots on all of the setup gear with a different knot completely. So I took the leader and threw it away and used a brand new package leader that I had, and he retied all the knots and used some braided line knot that he uses on his fishing line or fly line, and it worked out really well. We didn't have any problem the next day with a single break off or anything. So was it the knot? Was it the line? I'm not positive, but all I know is it did happen. So when I got back home, the first thing I did was research a good knot. And what I came across was a few different websites and some videos that had a lot of really good knots. I ended up going with one particular one. Now, a few years back, my wife bought me one of these packages here from one of my Amazon wish lists. And basically this is an outdoor knots guide. And in the very back page, the last two pages are all fishing knots and then boating knots. But throughout the guide, it has different types of knots and stuff like that. And it's water resistant or waterproof, I'm not sure which, but it feels like it's laminated and a little bit thinner. So it's a really nice guide. I can throw it in the boat and it won't get damaged. But it didn't have the knot in it that I was looking for. Where I found my knot was on a website that was called Pronotz.com, and I don't think it's the same name anymore. I think it might have changed, but I think it's the same company. So now you can buy cards from that website, or you can go on Amazon and buy their waterproof cards, and then just go through the cards and select the ones you want to keep. They're about double the size of a business card, so you can easily use the ones that you want right on the top. For $5 to buy a package of waterproof knots, that works great. What I did was I downloaded the app on my phone because, well, that's kind of the way I am. But anyway, the iCrosser knot is the one that I found that I really like. It just basically has not failed me yet. So I add one loop to it to get it going. It makes me feel like it's got extra strength, but I'm not really sure if it does. So let's give it a try and see if I can get it right. So I use this for terminal tackle, not for hooks. Hooks, I always use an egg loop, and I adjust the loops depending on whether I'm using it for a mooching rig or whether I really want an egg loop. So first thing we do is we put the line through the swivel and then up and back down again. I always tie it this direction. I am right-handed, so it kind of makes a difference to me. So now I just pull that loop down so the loop goes snug. Okay, and we don't need to be worried about being tight right this second. Then I come up over the top and back down underneath. So from your angle that'll look the other way, but I'll show you on the other video up in the corner. then coming back towards me and through the large loop. Once, and then again for twice. Now on the website it says that this will make the strongest knot right there. We don't need to go again, but I like to go a third time, and it just makes me feel more confident. Then I kind of start snugging that down so it creates a little knot there, and then wet it, pull it, give the tag end another pull, and look at that. That is a beautiful looking knot. And then all I need to do is trim this tag end off. And you'll get as close as you feel comfortable with. I like to see a little bit of that tag end there. It makes me feel a little more comfortable that my knot hasn't disappeared. And I always make sure that I've compacted it all right there so it's right up on the end. So that's what you got. That is a strong knot, and I'll tell you what, it is not coming loose. It doesn't move on anything. This is the Dacron, but on the mono or the fluorocarbon, it works amazingly well, and I haven't had it slip on the braided line either. So I'm pretty confident that it's a solid knot for just about any purpose. So I hope that's informative for you. All of my setups are tied with this now. So like I said, this one I have tested, and it's not expensive to go pick yourself up a package or download the app. I think the app was $2. So the packages, which are really convenient for the boat, $5. Buy one of each. There's there might be 3 different ones, but it was easy for me to find 2 on Amazon, and buy a couple of those, sort through the best ones, put them in the top of your tackle box, or even tape them on the top, so that way you always have that right there. So thanks for watching, and I hope that helps you from losing a fish.